I want to talk about an idea called citizen development. It's essentially a vision for providing housing without property developers. I'm not proposing co-housing or co-op housing or anything like that. It's essentially a model where people come together and act as their own developers with the help of professionals. I think it's well known that property developers have no particular interest in housing per se. Their interest is in profit, as it should be, as business people. But what they essentially do is they find the most profitable model and just keep repeating it ad nauseum. So we end up with this perpetuation of mediocre housing, and in return they take 25% of the value. So it's a question of imagining what could be done with that 25%. Somebody could decide that they want to have a large apartment and live in the city instead of the suburbs, or maybe go for individualized design. The idea is actually possible because it's been done throughout the world. In South America, there's a model called Fideicomiso, where it's been done since 1990. And closer to home, in Germany, there's a very successful Baugruppe scheme that does exactly this. And I think 100,000 people have been housed this way in Germany. If you go to Berlin and you want to buy a new apartment, you're more likely to call to an architect's office and ask to be included in one of these groups than go to an estate agent. So in Berlin, you essentially have this self-made city instead of this kind of ready-made commodity that developers provide. And when you speak to people who live in these developments, the really compelling thing is not the 25% saving. It's the idea that because they get involved in this group, it becomes very cohesive, and you get this deep sense of community, this sort of pre-charged sense of community and social capital. You get that kind of holy grail of residential architecture, sustainable communities. So it is very possible. I think for Dublin, this is a question of vision and courage and so on and so forth if you want to do this, and scale. And I think Dublin City architects have shown that vision with the Fishamble Street Dublin House thing, where there are 4 houses. But when you think about where it started in Tübingen in Germany, this started in a small town of 70,000 people with 1,000 houses. And it occurs to me, why can't we do that here? Why can't a confident capital city like Dublin do something the same? Why can't we provide 5,000 houses in the Docklands this way? It's a model that works, and we should do it. And I think it has the potential maybe to be the most exciting thing that could happen to housing since the Georgian area. Thank you.